Hi, Shaz Nawaz here. As a business owner, it's critical that you track your performance on a regular basis. Unfortunately, in my experience, most small and perhaps even medium-sized businesses don't track their numbers on a regular basis. More often than not, when I ask them for their figures, they say, I'll know my income and my expenditure and my profit at the end of the year when my accountant prepares my accounts. Now, generally speaking, in my experience of being an accountant and working with business owners, the accountant might take anywhere from, say, 3 to 6 months after the year end to prepare the accounts, and then that information becomes historic. It's only any good to the authorities. By the authorities, I mean HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, the tax collectors, and also Companies House. Those figures are no good to you. There's not much you can do with that information, in my opinion. So what you need to be doing is you need to have very clear key performance indicators, KPIs, and these are the numbers that help you measure your performance. And I believe it was McKinsey, a large international management consultancy, who said what gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets done. So it's important you track your numbers. And how I do it in my businesses and also for my clients is we use something called a one-page plan. So imagine for a moment you have a single sheet of A4 paper. At the bottom of that piece of paper, you would have your vision, your mission, and your goals for your business. And then on top of that, you divide the rest of the paper into 3 separate categories. Let's go right to the top now. At the top, you would have your top line numbers. These could be, for example, your turnover on a monthly basis, cash in the bank on a monthly basis, your net profit on a monthly basis, the number of customers or clients that you have on a monthly basis, and a variation of some other numbers that you want to track which are important to you. So you just top line 2, 3, maximum 4 KPIs which you want to know very quickly just at the press of a button. Beneath that, you would have your key income driving generators or tasks. So this basically is for your sales. So here you could map out your sales process if you have one. If you don't, then at some point in the future I will make a video on what I think could be a good sales process for you. But for the purposes of this particular video, let's just say you have a very short sales process, and in that what you do is identify the number of leads, identify the number of meetings that you have with leads, identify how many quotes or proposals you send out, if you do send out quotes and proposals, and then identify how many customers or clients you sign up. So you would track those 4 variables under your key sales drivers or your key income drivers, and then every month you can track that to see how many leads you've identified, how many prospects you have, how many proposals you've sent out, how many meetings you've had, and how many customers or clients you've signed up. So that's that bit covered. Beneath that, you would have your key cost drivers. So these are the key costs in your business. It could be employee or team costs. It could be the amount of money that you spend on marketing. It could be the debt outstanding in your business if you do have debt. It could be your direct costs. Those are the costs which enable you to make revenue and sales. It could be your general fixed overheads. So any costs that you want to track, you would have under your key cost drivers, and you would track those on a regular basis. And beneath that, so in between your key cost drivers and your vision, mission, and goals, you would have your key success drivers. And this is a very important area. These are those key drivers that help you make your business successful. So in there you could perhaps have the number of hours you work. So if you're looking to reduce the number of hours you want to work, you could track that on a monthly basis. You could also track team training and team development, because that's very important. You could also track the number of complaints you receive. Hopefully that number is going to be 0 every single year, but you could track that, and it's going to be 0 every single month also. You could also track the number of clients or customers that you've lost. So it's all good in your key success drivers, key sales drivers, signing up, let's just say 3 or 4 customers or clients every single month. But if you're losing 3 or 4 every single month, then it's going to be a net 0 effect. So look at those key success drivers and track them on a regular basis. And I assure you from experience, having conducted over 3,000 business growth consultations, if you track those numbers, by those numbers I mean the ones that you feel are important to you in your business, if you track them on a regular basis, on at least a monthly basis, weekly will be better, but that may be an overkill for you and you may not have the time or the resource. But if you track them on a monthly basis, what's going to happen is you're going to start improving your performance. I'll give you another simple example. If somebody is looking to lose weight, and you can see I don't have that particular problem, but if somebody did have that problem and they were looking to lose weight, if they stand on scales on a daily basis, after a while it is going to start playing on their mind, and they will start thinking about what can I do to change my weight and bring it to a point, okay, where I am happy with it. So the mere fact of tracking and measuring your performance is going to encourage you and drive you towards taking action. And if one particular month things don't work out well, you'll have your finger on the pulse and you'll see what hasn't worked well, and I assure you, you're then going to have a meeting with your team members if you have team members. If you don't have any team members, you'll have a meeting with yourself and you'll be thinking about how do we ensure this doesn't happen next month, and how do we ensure this doesn't happen on a regular basis. And that's going to encourage you to start thinking about having systems and processes in your business. And we'll talk about systems and processes at some other point in the future. But for this particular video, I want you to focus on your key performance indicators, and don't get bogged down or worry too much about what they are, because this one-page plan is an iterative process and an iterative document. The most important thing is you make a start and just pick some numbers which you think would be appropriate for your business. If in month 2, 3, 4 or 5 and going forward you find that those numbers are perhaps not the key numbers you want to measure, guess what? You can change them. You can change them to whatever you like. And from experience, generally speaking, people usually start with about 4 key sales drivers, 4 key cost drivers and 4 key success drivers. So 12 in total, and as they become more experienced, as they track their numbers, they tend to reduce. So sometimes, in fact more often than not, less is more. So if you want to track 1 or 2 key drivers in all of those 3 sections I've just mentioned, then you can do that too. But rest assured, after a while, when you start tracking your numbers, start tracking your performance and start taking action regularly, what you'll find is you are going to improve the performance of your business, and you are going to start asking key important questions, and you are going to start taking key actions which help you improve your business. If you would like a pro forma or a format for your one-page business plan, please enter a comment at the bottom of this video and I'll be more than happy to send you that template so you can get started today. Until next time, bye for now.